Hello students, this is a video walkthrough of the Part 1 Students with Special Needs Lesson Plan project, and this is the video walkthrough for the Mindmeister concept map. So first, I thought I would go ahead and explain to you what a concept map is, as some may not have ever thought of one, used one, or seen one before. So a concept map, as you can see from this illustration, is really just a visual organizer. It helps to organize topics and ideas that connect or maybe abstract thoughts to try to get a branch from the central topic out into more detailed illustrations of a concept. So this might be a way that you can use it to take notes, maybe organize an event, outline a research project, an essay. It also might be used to do what we're doing, which is design a lesson plan. If you go to the Mindmeister website at mindmeister.com, the link is in the assignment instructions written in the module and on Blackboard for the course, so you can find it there, but it's Mindmeister, mindmeister.com. They do have a link where you can look at different map examples, and I put that link in the instructions. So if you want some ideas on how this is used, you can certainly go there. But as you can see from the illustration, each oval or each piece represents a central topic in the middle, and then subtopics that branch out, and then related topics. And you just keep getting more detailed and more detailed as you keep branching, which helps you get organized. So that's what we're going to do in order to do this lesson plan. Now, this video walkthrough, I'm not going to go through the specific requirements for your assignment because sometimes I tweak the assignment from semester to semester on what is required. And rather than have to redo videos, I will just teach you the different elements of concept mapping in Mindmeister. It also applies to most concept maps. And then based on the requirements you're given, you'll be able to use those tools to complete the assignment. So another kind of disclaimer is that websites change, pictures change, illustrations change. I try to keep up with them, but sometimes they change and I don't know about them, or it changes in the middle of a semester. So if every screenshot doesn't look exactly like what you see on Mindmeister, it's very close. And it might just be that they updated a picture or something like that. So you should still be able to get through the assignment. But if you do have questions, I urge you to please contact me or let me know that it's incredibly different. And I will go ahead and I can always redo a video. So the first thing you're going to have to do is sign up for a Mindmeister account. And to do that, you'll have to go to mindmeister.com. And you'll want to make sure that you select the basic pricing guide, so the basic plan. This means that you get up to 3 mind maps free without having to pay for anything, and that's what we want in this class. Maybe if you get into a district, you might be able to afford to do more, but right now there's no sense in paying for anything, and we wouldn't have you do that. So you'll just sign up for the basic. If you ever need more than 3 maps, you can do what I do, just only keep 3 maps at a time, delete any old ones, or create a new account with a different email address, and I get 3 more maps. So again, just a little hint to kind of get around the pricing sometimes. But in any case, I already have an account, so I can't create another one to show you those steps. So just follow the steps. And again, as long as you're creating that free account, you should be fine. Once you create your Mindmeister account, you will get to a dashboard that looks something like this. So you'll have my maps on the left-hand side and some information here. And then you'll have a plus sign, which is the button that you would create a brand new map blank without any templates. Next to it, though, are all the different kinds of preformed templates that you could select in order to do your map. Down below here, then, is the maps that I've already created. So you can see I only have 1, actually, here that I've created. So I have room for 2 more, and this is just upgrade information and some ads. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to click just a mind map, a regular old mind map. And it's going to start us out with a central topic, and a couple different levels, first level and next level topic. So this is always called the central topic, the main theme in the middle. And then we keep branching out as we keep refining and getting more and more detailed. So for us, for our project, our central concept or topic, which is this space here that's highlighted called My New Mind Map, is going to be one of our Ohio Common Core standards. So you'll have to go look at your standards for your grade level and your particular subject, and you'll have to select one and copy and paste it in here directly from that content statement. So I have selected first grade science, and I already have something ready to be pasted in here. So let me go ahead and get that. My content statement is 1.ls.1, living things have basic needs which are met by obtaining materials from the physical environment. When you copy it, I do want the numbers that are associated with it, such as the 1.ls.1, so I know exactly where you got that content statement. So this is the main thing that we're going to be working from, and we're going to develop our lesson plan based on meeting this particular Ohio standard. So a couple things before we get started getting more details to this. I want to show you a little bit about the screen. So you'll see that my topic is in the middle here, and I'm starting to branch out. So at any time, I might need to move my map around so I can see more of the map. So if you just hold your left mouse button down, you can move the map around. You can move basically the canvas area so you can see more or less of your map. Another way to do it is down here we have, I can look at my map either as a mind map like you see here, or as if I'm just doing an outline. So you can see I can just type in here and it will change it to a map when I change it back. So pretty cool. This is presentation mode. We're not going to do that particular feature, but it is pretty cool to take a look at. You can use your map and have it go as if you're doing a presentation. So that's pretty cool. If this is too small for you, you can change the zoom by zooming in or zooming out. And then at any time when you keep building these, if you do them routinely, they might get pretty big. So you might have to recenter your map at any point. So if for some reason I have my map clear over here, I can always click this button down here and recenter my map for me. So the central topic is in the middle of my screen. If you go up and to the right, you'll see that I can search for anything within my map. Maybe I have 50 branches and I'm looking for a particular topic. I can search using this hourglass or spyglass feature. I can undo and I can redo. So if I accidentally delete something, I can undelete it and so on. And then at the end, when you're all done, you'll use the share button, and that is how you will submit your map onto your lesson plan by creating a share, kind of like a Google Doc. Same thing as like Google, you don't have to hit a save button. Anything you work on will automatically be saved. So just when you're done working, you can just get out of it and it'll come back and it'll be exactly where you left it. So that's also good to know. So now that we have the navigation, let's move on to creating our mind map. And what we're going to do first is we're going to work out from our concept here in the middle to our first level topic. So you'll see when I did the template, it gave me a couple little levels already created. But what if I needed more? If I need more, I can always go right to my main topic and I can click tab, and tab will create a new first level topic or next level topic. If I happen to be here or here, I can click tab and I can add topics to it, or levels or branches. It's all the same terminology. So right now we're going to figure out the main ideas out of this Ohio Common Core that I would like to use in my lesson plan. And for this, I am going to say, what is the basic needs of a living thing? Well, how about food? As you can see, I can just click in, and with these templates that were given to me, I can just type over them. So food, shelter. I can also create a new branch on the same level as food and shelter by hitting enter twice. That's called a sibling. So that's a sibling. That means these are on the same level. So food, shelter, water. And I'm going to hit enter twice to create a sibling. And this is air. Great. All right. So I'm going to teach them about food, shelter, water, and air for living things. Okay, well, now we need to get down to how are we going to do it, or what is the goal for each of these particular topics. So my next topic, which would be our second level topic, for our assignment, I asked you to create a learning objective. So a learning objective has to have a verb that is measurable, something that you want students to do or be able to do by the time you've taught them everything in that particular section or module. You can look at the learning objectives that are at the beginning of your modules each week, or you can go to Bloom's Taxonomy. I'm sure you've heard of that by now, and if not, it's Bloom's Taxonomy. You can look it up, and they have verbs that you can use to create learning objectives. So in this case, our learning objective is going to be to, you know what, I'm going to go to shelter for this one. And I'm going to say my learning objective is create a shelter for an animal based on its physical environment. So since right now for our particular experiment here and my demo, I'm just going to be doing one topic branched out just so you can see how you can keep branching. So let's say I wanted to delete a branch or something that I added that I really don't want. I can simply click the delete button once I highlight that particular topic and delete it, and it will, as you can see, delete that topic. So if I add one I don't really want and I want to delete it, as long as this is highlighted, so again, if I hit delete right now, food is going to be deleted. If I hit test right now and hit the delete key, it'll delete test. So, okay, this is clean. And now I'm going to move my map over so we can see a little more of it, right? So we did that by the left mouse key, hold down, and I can move my map by doing that. Okay, so we've got our learning objective for shelter. Looks like we need to add air again. We lost that one. So, okay, we have shelter. Now I want to make a note to myself. So creating a shelter, I have to think about what I want them to do with that. So I might want to create a note. And to do that, I want to make sure that where I want that note about that particular item to be. And so I want to make sure that that's highlighted. So you can see I have this highlighted. Now I'm going to go over here to this little menu. We haven't talked about this yet, but this is the very first item are action buttons. Now some of these buttons only work if you have the upgraded pricing. So we're not going to use those buttons, but I want you to know that they're there. So things like adding YouTube videos or videos, adding a task, those are all add-ons that you need to pay money for. So that's why we're not going to use them. But we can use the comment feature, and we can use the note feature and the attachment feature. So comment would be if you're sharing this map with someone and you're working on a project together, you can comment on, maybe instead of create, it should say build. So that's where you can give comments to each other. What I want you to do is create, so you can do a comment. You also could do a note, and I'm going to create a note, and you just click the button for note and start typing. So my note would be, students could use digital technology or arts and crafts to complete this objective. I like that. So once I'm done, I just need to click out of it. And you can see now, and let me go ahead and zoom in, that there is a note button here. And when I hover over it, it tells me that there's a note button. And if I click it, there's my note. Awesome. You can also pin the note so you can see it off to the side and you don't have to keep opening it each time. But we're not going to. I just unclick the little pin. So here's my note. Wonderful. If I did a comment, I could go back to this particular action button. I could click a comment, and I could comment to say, oh, maybe it's an emoji. I really think this is cool. And then I go ahead and add that. So now my comment, when I open it, shows this particular comment of a cool emoji. So there's fun little things like that. So one more thing is there's some of these buttons here that allow you to use the action buttons right here without having to go over here to the right. So it's readily available using these 3 dots up here. Also, adding siblings and child branches. So adding a sibling is on the same vertical plane, like food, shelter, water, air. Adding a child would be branching to the right or to the left, so on a horizontal plane. So if I'm in here and I click in here, you'll see these plus signs. And when you hover, again, it says add a child. And if you go down here and hover, it'll say add a sibling. So a sibling would put a line underneath this for a second item or objective for shelter, like this. And I could put my new objective here. If I go up here and I add a child, it's going to branch from that one into another horizontal layer that has to do only with create a shelter for an animal based on its physical environment. So since I added this, I'm going to go ahead and keep going on my next level. So what about creating a shelter for an animal based on its physical environment? So I'm going to say that we could use Minecraft for education or art supplies to complete objective. Excellent. So on this one, I might want to add a note. That says, need a subscription to Minecraft for education and glue, scissors, cardboard, etc. I can go ahead and put that on there. So same thing with notes. You can clear them. So you can take that off. So you can just experiment with adding different things to these. Part of the assignment generally will be to add attachments or links, and we're going to work on that as well. So on this particular one, I've got my note. I'm going to add an attachment. So my attachment is going to be, I'm going to attach a coloring page that I found that I put into my Google Drive, and that way I have a link to it. So I am going to grab that link, and I'm going to copy that link right in here so I know what I want my students to do. So I'm going to add that attachment. So I have a coloring sheet now. And so let's see if we can see everything that's over here. So here's my attachment. So you can see that. Amazing. Also, what I want to show you is when we use our next level, we are going to say, okay, for this food, shelter, and so forth, we are going to need, for this activity, we're going to need to do some adaptations. So this would be, if we go back and center our map, and I'm going to go ahead and, so we have our central concept, we have our level 1, our level 2, our level 3, and now I'm going to create a level 4. And I'll go ahead and zoom back in on this so you can see. So when I create a level 4, I am going to need to have some details about an adaptation for students with a disability. If I hit enter twice, I'm going to create another child to the Minecraft for education level. And I'm going to need an adaptation for talented and gifted students. Hit enter twice, so I get one more, and I'm going to need an adaptation for cultural, ethnicity, and language diverse students. And again, when I find some things that I like, I could put in a link to a website. So I can add a link. And I have a link to Nat Geo Kids. And there's my URL for some of the information I got from Nat Geo Kids on how I want to make some of these adaptations. So it's my research. So I'm just showing you can attach websites, articles, places that you're looking for these adaptations, you can attach directly to it. So when you go back and are developing your adaptations, you have that research material right at your hands. So that's the types of things you're going to do in your actual assignment. So let me just finish off this tutorial by showing you some of the little fun things that you can do with Mindmeister in creating a map that's specifically yours. So again, here's my very basic map. And again, normally I would have everything kind of coming off of, food and water and air, but we're just showing you the general idea. And when you do your lesson plan, you may want to go ahead and fulfill some of those and branch them out. But so I want to show you, this is some layouts that you can do. Mind map, org chart. So let's look at our list. So here's my mind map as a list. I'm going to put it back as a map. And then go ahead and explore some of these themes. So here's some themes. So this is how it looks now. You can do with the actual squares or rectangles. You can make different fonts. You can have different colors. So a lot of exploration on using the themes, which I think are fun. So along with all of this, you can explore themes such as dark to light, light to dark. Lots of different ways that you can do it. Another item that you can explore is the style, and that's the little paintbrush over here. So the paintbrush, you can, whatever box you have highlighted, you can make bold, italics, you can change the font size, you can change the font. You can also change the shape of your boxes, so it can be different colors, different borders. So here's the shape, here's the border. So I want it to be a box, so on. And then you can change the different types of lines that you have. So very fun, different ways to do some things. I can change the actual shape down here, so I can make it look more like a little cloud or a circle or a rectangle or a rounded rectangle. So a lot of just fun things that you can do to make the map your own. And I do like these kind of black ones. So that is Mindmeister, and that is a little bit of a run through of what to expect on your assignment. So what you just need to do then, when you're finished getting your map the way you want and fulfilling all the requirements of the assignment, you're going to share your map, which is this button right here up in the right corner. And it's just like Google Docs. So you're going to share, and it's going to show you as the administrator. And then down here, you're going to say, give me a share link. And when you click that button, it gives you a link. And just like Google, it'll say, this link will allow people to edit. And you don't want that. So you're going to want to click the down arrow and click Can View. And then here's the little button right here that says copy the link. It'll show you that the link has been copied. And that's what you will paste into your actual lesson plan template, which is a different video. So I'll show you on that separate video on completing your actual lesson plan where to put this link. So if you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call, send me an email, text me. I'll be happy to Zoom with you or talk on the phone, whatever's easiest to go over some of this. Please don't struggle with it. Have fun, try it out, do your best, and let me know if you have any questions. Good luck and have fun.